John and Abbie Duggar just dropped a family update, and the internet is losing it. Within minutes of their post, Instagram comment sections exploded, fan pages started dissecting every detail, and even the tabloids couldn't resist jumping in. So what is it about this update that has everyone so obsessed? Today, we're unpacking it all. From what John and Abbie actually shared, to the flood of reactions online, to how this fits into the bigger Duggar family story, and even what it says about shifting cultural views on family life. Trust me, this isn't just another family photo or announcement. This update has layers, and we're going to peel them back one by one. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this moment matters so much more than it seems. When John and Abbie Duggar shared their latest family update, it didn't take long for the internet to spiral into full-blown obsession. The post itself seemed simple enough. Abbie uploaded a carousel of fresh family photos, warm, light-filled snapshots that showed their everyday life with just the right amount of polish. The captions were minimal, but the imagery said it all: a family grounded, growing, and clearly enjoying life on their own terms. What stood out wasn't just the photos, but the tone. Unlike some past Duggar updates that can feel formal, promotional, or overly staged, John and Abbie's felt casual and joyful, almost like a peek into their private album. There was no dramatic announcement, no long-winded speech. Instead, they leaned into authenticity with a touch of playfulness, letting the images speak louder than words. Fans, of course, picked up on this immediately. Within hours, the comments section lit up with speculation. Some praised the couple for their happiness and natural chemistry, while others went into detective mode, analyzing the children's outfits, Abbie's appearance, even background details in the photos. For some, it felt like a window into what the Duggar lifestyle could look like outside the rigid expectations of the past. This is where the obsession really began. Supporters weren't just happy for John and Abbie. They were dissecting every element of the update. Many noted how this approach felt different compared to other Duggar siblings' updates. For example, Jill and Derek tend to write longer captions, offering context or even social commentary, while Jessa often shares quick reels of family chaos. In contrast, John and Abbie's style seems curated yet understated, a blend of privacy and openness that leaves fans wanting more. And that's what makes this moment stand out. The update itself was fairly ordinary on the surface, but the way it was presented and the way fans consumed it transformed it into a cultural flashpoint in the ongoing Duggar narrative. As soon as John and Abbie's update went live, the fanbase split into two clear camps. On one side, there were those who praised the couple for keeping things light, simple, and authentic, grateful that they weren't performing for the cameras but instead sharing a glimpse of their life on their own terms. Supporters left comments celebrating their choice to live more privately than some of the other Duggars, saying it felt refreshing compared to the family's history of constant big announcements. But not everyone was satisfied. Some followers voiced disappointment, openly admitting they had expected, or at least hoped for, a pregnancy reveal or another dramatic twist in the couple's story. This sense of letdown sparked debates across forums, fan pages, and even Reddit threads about whether the Duggars are obligated to deliver big news whenever they post. That critical reaction shows just how much expectation still surrounds this family, even as their children branch out and define their own paths. Meanwhile, the media machine wasted no time. Outlets like People magazine and Us Weekly framed the post as a wholesome family moment, while gossip blogs and YouTube commentary channels leaned into speculation. Why did John and Abbie share this update now? Was there something hidden between the lines? And just like that, a handful of photos and a caption snowballed into dozens of articles, reaction videos, and hot takes across platforms. This is where social media algorithms come in. Because Duggar content has a proven track record of driving clicks and engagement, posts related to the family are pushed to wider audiences. Instagram carousels get shared, TikTok stitches dissect every detail, and YouTube recommendations keep funneling Duggar-related videos to curious viewers. In effect, the internet rewards obsession, turning even small, everyday updates into trending conversations. All of this points to a bigger cultural shift in how fans relate to reality TV families. Where once the expectation was straightforward, marriage, then children, then more children. The reactions to John and Abbie's update reveal how fans are rethinking those old scripts. Some want more transparency and authenticity, while others still crave the dramatic milestones that made the Duggars famous in the first place. That tension between evolving fan expectations and lingering cultural baggage is exactly why updates like these spark such disproportionate attention. John and Abbie's latest update highlights something bigger than just cute family photos. It shows how the Duggar brand itself is changing. For years, the Duggars were presented as a unified front, with strict traditions and a very specific way of living portrayed on TLC. But now, we're seeing each sibling take a different path when it comes to sharing their lives with the public. John and Abbie, for example, are leaning into a polished, curated image. Their updates feel family-friendly and Instagram-ready, not too controversial, not too distant, but still enough to keep fans invested. It's almost like they've struck a balance between staying true to the Duggar legacy and modernizing it for social media. Contrast that with Jill, who has used her platform to open up about painful experiences, breaking away from the Duggar mold entirely. Or Jinger, who has crafted a brand that feels more lifestyle-oriented, with books, faith discussions, and a California vibe that distances her from Arkansas roots. Then there's Jed and Caitlin, who take a more traditional route, frequent pregnancy announcements, faith-forward posts, and plenty of family moments that echo the old TLC tone. What this tells us is simple. The Duggar brand isn't one-size-fits-all anymore. Each sibling is defining what it means to be a Duggar in 2025, whether that's through transparency, reinvention, or carefully controlled family updates. And fans are fascinated, not just with the updates themselves, but with what each path says about the evolution of the family as a whole. Zooming out, this ties into a larger cultural shift. We're in an era where audiences expect more authenticity, but also respect boundaries more than they once did. Public families like the Duggars are navigating a delicate balance between privacy, relatability, and branding. John and Abbie's approach, polished, positive, but not overly revealing, reflects exactly where that balance is landing in today's social media age. In short, the Duggar story is no longer just about one big family under one spotlight. It's about a series of evolving brands, each sibling choosing their own way forward, while the public continues to watch, compare, and yes, obsess. As we wrap up, let's recap what we've seen today. John and Abbie Duggar's family update may have seemed simple on the surface, but it quickly grew into something much bigger. It sparked conversation across social media, fueled endless speculation, and highlighted just how invested fans still are in the Duggar story. This moment wasn't just about new photos or a casual caption. It reminded us of the ongoing fascination with how this family navigates marriage, children, and life in the public eye. Whether you think it was a sweet glimpse into their world or a carefully calculated move, one thing's certain: John and Abbie know how to capture attention. And that's exactly why this update became an obsession. It wasn't just content, it was a cultural talking point. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Until then, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.